What up, familia? It's your favorite Puerto Rican Brooklyn Philly back with another message. Let's see what wants to come out. I'm on a roll tonight. I don't know. I feel inspired. I feel like messages want to flow. Let's see. What is this, Spirit? What you need the collective to know right now? What messages? Oh, that was quick. New beginnings, right? Expect new beginnings. I like that. That horizon looks so pretty. New job in life. Clean sweep over. Hit the reset button. Yeah, right. And I don't think that it's about, New Year's resolutions or anything like that. I think it's just, it's your time. I'm hearing collective, right? Authority wanted to come out as well, right? It's something about you're finally stepping into your authority, right? Something that you've always had. It's always been yours, right? But it's a shift that's happened, right? Collectively and within you individually, that is allowing you to step into take authority. You understand that you're responsible for your life, right? That you're the owner of it, right? You're taking the wheel, right? Um, and that's not to say that it's exclusive or dismissive of spirit or divinity or whatever, you know what I mean? For me, it would be in conjunction with, right? The divinity within me, right? We're one, right? There's this oneness. But there's this realization, right? Yeah, be self-confident, take on the role of leader, and everyone will respect you. Again, yes, it's you're being confident enough to do this, to stand in this leadership role. And I feel it, right? I even feel it in the way that I'm getting even back on myself into the readings, right? There's something about being more confident, right? Being more resolute, understanding that it's bigger than yourself, right? That there's it's about a bigger picture, right? Um, and letting go of the past and allowing for this new beginning to come in, and there's something about no longer fearing it, right? Whereas before it was always this trepidation because, well, I don't know what's going to happen. But now that fear has turned into curiosity, I'm hearing, right? Winning. Look at this, yes, right? You're expecting yourself to win this time, right? Again, there's this shift from, well, what if I lose or fail, to, no, well, what if I win, right? Well, hold up, why wouldn't I win, right? The fact that I'm taking on this new project or this new beginning or this new idea, that in and of itself is a win for me, right? It says, sooner or later, luck comes to everyone. Don't spend everything at once. I just heard cha-ching. Ay, chavo. Ay, chavo. Right? Expect it, anticipate it. Why not? Right? At the bottom of the deck, look, investments. So yeah, for some of you, literally, there is going to be some financial gains that are going to come in. And when they do, right, I'm hearing invest wisely. It says investments made will have positive results that will bring prosperity. Invest wisely. And I'm hearing that's exactly what you did, because usually the bottom of the deck energy is the prerequisite card, right? With the precursor, right? The prequel to the events that are come. And that's what I'm hearing, is that that's exactly what you do. You did. You invested in yourself to the point where it brought about new beginnings. You brought them about by investing in yourself. It gave it made you confident, right? You took on this authority, this leadership role, saying, hold on, this is my life. I have the right, like anyone else, and the ability and the resources and the access to ascertain whatever it is that I want for myself, right? And you began to invest in yourself. I'm hearing you did what was necessary, right? I'm hearing the word disciplined, right? Yourself to, I don't know, I'm hearing maybe to eat the foods that you needed to eat, to do the activities, change the routines, make the outlines, plan the ideas. And again, it wasn't so much, or it felt like long and arduous because it was little steps at a time. But I'm hearing that's how you get somewhere, right? A step at a time, right? So there's this quote I'm trying to think of, like the road of 1,000 steps starts with like the one step, right? So there's something about, I'm hearing congratulations, right? Yeah, you should feel good about yourself, right? um, and expect yourself to win, right? Um, and it's something because you did it at all costs, but not at all costs. So what I'm hearing is, how some people say some people try to win at all costs, and it's usually like when you think of it from that perspective, you think of it from like a negative perspective that people were stepping on other people. But no, it wasn't that. At a cost to yourself, you poured in the blood, sweat, and tears that was necessary for you to get with a divine intervention, right? Unexpected guidance, universe stepping in, redirected paths, saved just in time. And that fell right over this new beginning. And doesn't that look like divine intervention? Don't they look similar? Don't they look the same? 194 or 186, right? That numbers may be relevant, right? I don't know. I heard winning. I'm not encouraging nobody to gamble. But 194, 186, the way I called them out. Also look them up as far as angel numbers. But this new beginning, I'm hearing, right? Don't get it twisted, right? It has been it's been a mutual partnership between you and spirit, between you and your ancestor guys, your ancestors and your spirit guides, right? I just heard to God is be the glory, right? Give credit where credit is due, right? And uh, divine intervention stepped right on in as a result of, I just heard when I move, you move just like that because you begin to move for yourself that way. Even though I'm here, spirit always, divinity always moved for you. But I don't know. It's like I'm here like a proud parent, right? It's like yeah, like a proud parent. I mean, I as a parent, when I see my children in the past and even now, currently, when I see that they're moving in a direction that it is for their betterment, and they're moving into like this leadership role with confidence, whether it's with a new project, I would do 20 minutes, um, or new, you support them. I know I do. When my children say, Mom, I have this new idea, can you help me invest in this or whatever? And I see that they've done the work and they're feeling confident and they want this new, I mean, yeah, why wouldn't spirit want to intervene, right? Why wouldn't there be room for divine intervention? Luxury life, I can't make this up. And I'm hearing, see, and it's different for different people, right? The fact that you're being confident is the luxury life in and of itself. And that's not to negate that there isn't going to be a sense of luxury to it that you wouldn't begin to enjoy. I don't know, I just hear Bahama Mama, right? This type of lifestyle. But there is a sense of like regalness that you're exuding through this confidence, right? It's almost like I'm hearing you're displaying yourself in this way, acting, walking, talking this way, even before it even actualizes it. And as a result, it is actualizing that. It's a double meaning. I hope you hear this, but it says comfortable wealth, indulgence, enjoy rewards because I deserve it. That's what it just said. Because I deserve it, baby. I just heard the CoverGirl, commercial, because I'm worth it, right? Yeah, that's that be confident. That's that authority, right? And I'm hearing there's a scripture in the Bible about taking authority, right? Again, taking ownership. And you don't have to believe in the Bible for that. I'm saying as a human being, as a living being, as a sacred consciousness, that you have the right to these inalienable rights, I'm hearing, right? They're yours. Why wouldn't they be, right? Oh, Spirit, that's so beautiful. My puppy's here with me, BK. He's laying on my lap, right? Overnight success. I can't make this up. Overnight success. For some of you, literally, and that fell over the winning card. Yeah. I just heard get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready. Yeah, get. I don't know. I just got real serious real quick. Like I'm serious. Like I felt like a seriousness come over. Like almost like this. Like a little fear, trepidation, oh ish, this is really happening kind of feeling. For some of you, yes. Again, and whatever that success means to you, right? In whichever way, shape, or form, right? But get ready for it. And then what I'm hearing is it's going to look like overnight success to other people, but it isn't. It is divine intervention. It has been the work that you have put in, the investments. Remember that I said earlier that you've been working on. I'm here. You did it. You did it, right? Um, Rapid rise, sudden recognition, unexpected breakthrough. All eyes on me. I just heard Tupac, rest in peace, brother. All eyes on me. I don't know why I just heard Prince Machiavelli. Oh no, that would be nice, right? If he was on some island somewhere really chilling. Anyway, I digress. But overnight success, right? Luxury life, divine intervention. I'm hearing it's your turn, you know. I'm hearing this is applying to people who have really had, and again, now the investments are being heard as investments that you've been throughout the years, not just in yourself, but even all the investments you placed in others, right? Maybe you were the matriarch or the patriarch of the family. Maybe you're the one in the community that has always, gave a kind word and a positive word. Maybe, given sadaqah, or been very charitable, always been the one that everyone came to for advice, always been the one that gave a lending hand, right? I'm hearing no child left behind rule, right? But now it's something about, these are rewards for all of what you've invested in, right? And at the bottom of the deck, two-faced. So be careful, right? Say one thing, does another, betrayal behind, kindness, pretends loyalty, trust carefully. So there's going to be people as a result. So this is a warning card. There's going to be people who you're going to have to, right, at every level, there's a new devil. That's a saying that would say that. But because of this divine intervention, this luxury life that you're about to step into, this what would seem to many, this overnight success, don't think that just because you're stepping into this realm, you're not going to run into people like this. If anything, this may even be exacerbated, right? Because this type of lifestyle, this type of quote unquote overnight success, what would look like to others overnight success, will attract two-faced individuals, right? That will come in behind a facade of friendliness, but the whole time is plotting on you. And that you will experience this, right? There's something about toughening up the skin, right? To prepare yourself to understand that because of this success, because of this luxury life, because Spirit has divinely intervened on your behalf, and maybe people even are jealous of that, I'm hearing, that it always seems like you're always protected somehow. That there's going to be jealous people that are going to want to, some way, somehow, impose, crumble, sabotage. But I'm hearing you're protected. Don't worry about it. But that doesn't mean that you become lackadaisical and that you don't stay vigilant, right? Keep trusting your intuition, right? You work too hard to let somebody come with the shenanigans, right? And to close it out, Spirit, what last messages do you want to say to the collective that we'll close this beautiful reading out, right? That they're anticipating. We thank you so far for what has been revealed. What is any parting messages that you would want them to walk away from now that they have heard that this is, possible? I'm here, but the impossible is so possible. Yeah, the impossible becomes possible. The skies change to make a miracle, a miracle. It ain't over, yes, until God says it's over. It ain't over Until God said it's done. No, 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 no. Petty gains. It says, um, being penny wise, pound foolish, and undermining overall success. Again, there's gonna be people who are gonna come and do that, right? They're going to try to. I'm hearing undermine your success. Say you got it in ways that maybe you didn't get it. Again, because people are gonna think this is some type of overnight thing. Everybody don't know that this was an investment that you've been putting in for years. That this is time in, right? Um, So uh, just know, and that people are going to be coming, trying to nickel and dime you and entering into your life because this is what they want for petty gains, right? Again, there's something I just heard: beware of the vultures, right? Beware of of those who come in, again, two-faced, right? Yeah. Pay attention to the red flags, to the energy vampires. Spirit wants you to remain unbothered, right? Yes, yes. But stay vigilant, stay aware. Just know, right? And I'm hearing like, you ain't new to this. You true to this, right? Ain't nobody slow Joe from Idaho, right? I'm hearing you smell them a mile a minute now, right? You done, you know, this may be new, this luxury life and this a success, but the people, that smell ain't new, I'm hearing, right? You know the discernment. Walls closing in says removing the walls built by cultural differences, sexual orientation, or other divides that once seemed unbreakable. There's no more space for denial, only for resolution. And again, I'm hearing that, right? That fell over the luxury life because you are entering, right? you know, I just heard old money, new money, right? If you're new money entering into the world of old money, right? There is this sense of, I even admit it for myself, right? There is this sense of divide that is felt, right? Like it's the haves and have-nots kind of like divide, right? And when I'm hearing Spirit say, do not allow that to F with you, right? Do not allow, don't buy into that. There is no divide, right? That's all psychosis I'm hearing. That's all mind fuckery I'm hearing, right? No, don't forget, right? Because it fell over the authority card and then the luxury life. Don't forget whose authority and what authority you're standing on. Remain self-confident and understand that when people want to bring up that there's walls or divides, I really just heard, I almost did it, middle finger to that ish. Don't listen to that, right? Stand, right? These are petty people, right? With petty gains and petty ideas and petty ideologies, right? Small-minded thinking, right? That want to cause division, right? Because they're going to be jealous. They're going to, I just heard more money, more problems. And gossip. People are going to gossip. People are going to talk ish about this, yes. Unfounded allegations, damaging reputations and trust, whispers of gossip cause confusion and spread misinformation. It's going to happen. Spirit is saying it's inevitable, but don't worry about it. Do not let that dissuade you. Take your confidence. Remember whose authority you're standing on. Remember who gave this to you in the first place. Remember the investments, the blood, sweat, and tears that you put into this to obtain this new beginning and these wins. And that's what you need to stand on. Nothing less, I'm hearing. And at the bottom of the deck, manipulation. Yeah, trust me. And you're like, oh no, you don't, bitch. No, you don't. I don't know. That's like the same chick right here, right? Yeah, because this one is getting here, and then it's like, you don't know, right? This is you, right? You're trying to figure out, again, do not allow it. Look what it says, upholding your autonomy and rejecting attempts at manipulation, critically examining sources and refusing to be blindly controlled. Amen. Need I say more? I'm hearing screenshot that. That's what you're going to have to remember. during this time at the end. Right, VK? Let them know. That's what you're going to have to remember at the end. This is what's going to be important. Stand in your authority, stand in your autonomy, reject the manipulation and the BS. Know who you are and from whence your blessings have come from. Know that you deserve it, that you have placed all the investments. You did this, baby. You put in the work both individually and collectively. And now you're going to sit back and reap the rewards, right? And all I can say is say thank you, be grateful, right? Yes, and that's the message, beloved. It was beautiful. Once again, we just want to thank Spirit and our ancestors and our spirit guides for the beautiful messages. I hope this helped you in some kind of way. Congratulations. I'm hearing again, there's this song called Congratulations by this rapper. It's on the tip of my tongue, but I can't hear it. You know it, go listen to it. And until next time, beloved, Ashe, Amen, and Amen. Say bye-bye, BK.